Well, welcome to the Missouri Valley Conference Game of the Week preview show presented by Mercy. They're the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider of the Missouri Valley Conference. With head coach David Ragland, I'm Harry Schroeder. And Tuesday at 7 o'clock on your local Gray Media station and Matrix Midwest here in St. Louis, the Purple Aces are battling the Racers of Murray State. And Coach, thanks for joining us today. Happy Thanksgiving.
Absolutely. No, thanks for having me. Happy Thanksgiving. And hopefully got enough to eat and got to spend some time with your family.
I got far too much to eat, and yes, I did spend a lot of time with my family. You guys are 3-4. You've won 2 in a row. How would you grade or evaluate your team today, based on what you thought a month or so ago, before the season got started?
Yeah, I would say my eyes have definitely been open on the youth of our team. A little bit of inexperience that we have. Not just I guess a little bit in Division One, but especially in the Valley. And you come from a team that we had 3 fifth-year grad transfers last year that started for us, played heavy minutes, and then 2 guys that played their 4th year of college and played heavy minutes as well. It's a transfer portal world, but each year is a new season. It's a new team, and our team is young, but learning a lot in a short amount of time that we've been together. And I would say when we first started, I didn't know what to expect, to be honest with you. But we have responded in moments. We went down to North Texas to start and then got punched in the mouth at the beginning of that game. And then the second half, we played pretty well, responded in a great way, outscored them 48-36 in the second half, then came out against Middle Tennessee State and played well the first half. In the first half kind of felt didn't do the job, and they took that to the second half and beat us at third place. But both teams that are senior heavy, that are older, and we were able to learn a lot through those games. And we went to Ohio State, played against them, and learned a lot from that game as well. And just a lot of times when you don't have an experienced group, the one thing they don't experience is shared adversity. And whenever you have shared adversity, that really helps and brings your team together, and they realize the urgency that is needed for every possession, every practice, every game, and it helps you be a more just connected group and a more complete group. And I think we're a lot closer to that now than we were a month ago.
You talked about your youth and the new players. A guy that was a vet that was a producer a year ago, Tanner Cuff, has been maybe that main guy. Talk just about what he has provided for your team so far.
Yeah, no, he's been tremendous. He has, I would say, Cam Hafner. They both been really good. But the one thing with Tanner, he's steady. You don't get 24-6 assists on the year and only 4 turnovers unless you have an idea of where you're at. Basketball geography, basketball IQ, knowing where your teammates are, finding the right moments and times that deliver passes to your teammates, and when to take advantage of your own opportunities. So, just having him out there, having that experience is very helpful, very much needed. And the one game we played at home that we let slip away against Radford, he's in foul trouble, and that not having him on the court kind of helped us through some moments that definitely affected us.
You mentioned Cam Hafner, and I wanted to ask you about him. He came over after a really solid, time at another institution. And then last year, kind of maybe because you were so senior heavy, he didn't get a lot of playing time. Has exploded on the scene. Talk about Cam Hafner.
Right. Now, I think he's really trying to find himself. He essentially, and we talked about this, 3 years and had 3 different systems from high school to one college to another. Trying to find yourself and figure out, what works for you, and then what works in our system and our league, on both ends of the floor, and then taking on challenges, looking yourself in the mirror, where can you be better? where can you be better for yourself, where you can be better for our team. And he's done a phenomenal job on the defensive end. He oftentimes takes on the responsibility of guarding the best perimeter player on the other team. And he's done a really good job with that responsibility. His on-ball defense has always been pretty solid, but it's improved. And then his off-ball defense has been really, really good. He's aware, and I feel like he's losing himself in a team. He's losing himself in his responsibility, and because of that, energy follows anything, and it's following him in a good way on the offensive end, where he's averaging over 15 points a game.
Yeah, I was going to get to the offensive part. I mean, come on, coach. We care about scoring. But
Absolutely. Absolutely.
hey,
No, he does too. No, I honestly, I think he just, just watching him, he's played the right way. He's cutting hard. He's challenging his teammates. He's picking people up. And because of it, I think last year, if it wasn't a three, I don't know if he was even, looking at, any other option. And now he's getting to the rim. He's working his mid-range game. He's knocking down threes. He's getting to the free throw line, where I don't know the exact number, but I would say he's either at or surpassed the total of free throws that he shot last year to this point. And there was a decent amount of them last year that were like technicals that he was shooting for us. So he just his energy is right, and he's playing really, really hard. And because of that, he's having some offensive success too.
there are going to be new fans to the Missouri Valley Conference because of this new TV package. We have the game of the week on
Yeah.
Gray Media stations, and so some of those fans will have seen your team, but they don't know the new guys. And I know the freshman
Right.
Pizzata and Tayshawn Comer, who I interviewed earlier in the offseason.
Yeah.
Those are some guys that are really producing for you. Talk about those two players.
Yeah, no, they're just, man, they're gym rats, first off. I mean, they work every single day. They have a great sense of like energy. They want to be good. They're very vocal. They're they challenge themselves. They're hard on themselves. They want to be coached, and they're just consistent. They're really, really consistent in their habits and their work, and their attention to detail, and they've helped us a lot. Gabe has had a lot of success early while he's learning. And he's from the very jump. He's had offensive success. He's not afraid. He takes smart attacks, takes advantages of opportunities. The one thing that everyone, or a lot of our fan base, knew is how athletic he was. They didn't know how well he could shoot it, how active a defender he is. He still needs to continue to defend without fouling, which we've looked at, we talked about, and I think he'll continue to get better at. But he's just an everyday guy. And then Tayshawn, he's been everywhere he's been. He's won. He has college level experience with Eastern Kentucky. Very instrumental with helping that program improve and get better. And then, he's come here and he's done the same thing. He's really been steady. He's been a great voice for our locker room and for our guys. And he just wants to get better.
Well, thanks to Coach Ragland. Our Tuesday night coverage begins at 7 p.m. Central. For more information for where you can catch the games, please visit mvc-sports.com. For the Missouri Valley Conference, I'm Harry Schroeder.